So today I'm back out here with Carmen. Carmen is Migs' mom. Carmen, the last time I talked to you, actually the first time that we did an interview was March of 2023. It's now October 2023. How have you been in that time?
I've been okay. I've had my high and lows, but still trying.
Okay. And a couple days ago, you and Carla went to get Migs. How did that go?
Yes, we did. It seemed to be that everything was okay, but now I don't even know if it was a good idea for me to get him out. It's money that came out of my pocket, and it doesn't hurt because he's my son, but either way, I have my second thoughts about it because he's being pretty rude and I don't know. I wish I wouldn't have gotten him out. I've never done that. It's my first, and I say it's my last time I bail him out.
Why did you get him out?
Every time he goes in, Carlita comes to me, and it doesn't hurt me, and it's not hard for me to help her, but she's with me, and it's not my responsibility to have her care for her or whatever. I do love her to death as my daughter-in-law, and she could be one of my daughters as well, but I can't do this to myself. He's my son's lady, and he needs to think about what he's doing. He wanted a responsibility. He needs to take care of her.
Why do you think he was being rude to you? It seems like he should have been very appreciative, right? Thank you, Mom, for coming to get me. Let me pay you back. I love you. I appreciate you. But you're saying that he was being rude to you. Where do you think that's coming from?
They were fighting, arguing, being rude to each other.
And
and that really bothers me because my parents taught me men shouldn't put hands on females no matter what, and I think it goes both ways, neither nor. And they were being disrespectful to each other, screaming at each other, and then they started putting hands on, and that's something I don't tolerate. And that's why I'm not around as much. And that's their personal life. They're adults and they know what they're doing, but I don't tolerate it at all. I don't care. They're my kids. With no one.
How often does that happen for it to escalate at that point, do you think?
Gosh, well, the last time we were together, this would happen once every week, and I would have to get in the middle of it. Something that I shouldn't do, but I do, because like I said, my parents taught me a way, and that's respect, and I like that. So, and I finna keep that respect.
Migs is older and he's a lot stronger, bigger than Carla. Why do you think he's taking it to that extreme?
I would say is the drugs. When he does a certain drug, it puts him in that stage where he gets very mad about everything. It doesn't matter what it is, and then he's hearing voices and making things up and seeing things that aren't there, and he is so sure that he hears it and he sees it, and it's not true.
You also mentioned a while ago that he was diagnosed as ADHD, bipolar. He has some behavioral issues that you think affects him, his behavior, and especially if you add on substance usage, that's going to just make it worse, right?
Yeah, that's true. It does make it worse, and something that I try to help him to. He's got to the point where he's put hands on me too, but that's when I stop him from doing the drug that puts him in that stage. But when I try to interfere in it, he gets pretty aggressive. So I'd rather just get away and be away.
That's why I'm a little surprised that you would take him out. Go get him. He has his court date tomorrow, Tuesday, Halloween, but you got him out a couple days ago, so he's, we're all hoping he goes to court, right? So the judge, lets him know what the judge wants, but it's 50-50 if he goes, and again it starts all over again, right? He gets a warrant, he's out here, they're looking for him, and he'll be out here for months, and then one day they just get him. It's like a cycle over and over and over again, right? But ultimately he needs help though, right? Like what do you think help looks like for him?
He does need help, and he knows he needs it, but he's in that point that no one could get him out. Like, he says he's gonna go whenever he feels he's ready for it, but to my eyes he's been ready a long time ago, and he just doesn't want to take it. He feels like he's gonna be locked up and away from Carlita, but I know there's a lot of help out there that could have them together, but that's what stops him from getting the help.
What do you think stops Carla from getting help? I mentioned to her that him being inside is a good opportunity for her to get help, like while he's in there, because while he's in there, he's generally he's away from this environment, which lets him focus. Like, for example, last time that he was in there, he got out, he was talking about a job, and he was looking good, he had a good attitude, kind of woke him up a little bit, right, being in there for 30 days. And so what do you think stops her from realizing that?
Well, this is an every time thing, that every time he goes in and gets locked up, when he gets out, that's the good, positive Miggy that comes out of jail. For the first 2-3 days, everything's good. Then everything goes right back to what it is. And it feels good to see him like all positive, and it feels good to think that it's true. But in reality, I'm his mother, and I know it's not. Hopefully he does go to court. I don't know if he is. I can't say he is or he's not, but I hope he does.
If he was to go away for an extended period of time, 2 months, 6 months, whatever the judge imposes, ultimately what's going to happen with Carla? She can't be with you every day. You can't be watching her every day as if she was a child. She's 20 years old now, but ultimately what do you think needs to happen?
Well, I've always said that I'm always gonna have my doors open to her, and I'm always gonna help her. I mean, I'm not gonna close my doors, and I have my personal life, and I also have things going on over there. She'll be around. She'll be around, and like I said, she has a lot to learn still, and hopefully she knows what she wants, because right now I really don't think she does.
She seems a little too comfortable with this lifestyle.
Yes, she does. I would say a lot, but I really don't know like what her life was before I met her, but all I could say is that I think she's adjusted to it. She needs to go out there and experience a lot more stuff and things and what life is really about, because this isn't life.
You would know, because here you are, you're a little bit older than, as a parent, you're a little bit older than Migs, a little bit older than Carla. You've seen it, you've lived it, and so they need to listen to you a little bit more. I wish they were a little bit more respectful towards you, listen to you, your words of advice, so they can learn from you, so that they don't have to learn by living it,
Hopefully, hopefully that would be nice, that they would listen, but they're still young, and I was in their shoes at one point, and I always had advice from others, and I told myself, well, that's not gonna happen to me, but it did. it did happen to me, and I guess that we all listen once we go through it, and I guess we gotta live it to be able to understand what the advice that was given to us is. Understand. But I wouldn't know what else to tell them. I guess, like I said, they would have to go through it to be able to understand what we all talk about or feel or think.
It's a really harsh way to learn something, don't you think? Being out here, the heat, the cold, the hunger, the dangers out here. It's really harsh, right? Especially for young people.
It is. It is. I've never experienced this. When I experienced it, I thought it was gonna be really hard. I was scared. I didn't know none of this, but I've always worked hard, and my son Miguel, he's experienced what's being hungry, what's being hot, what's being cold, what's being lonely, what's being happy, mad, everything, and he knows what's this life. So I would love for him to get out of it, because this is not what I've always wanted, for him. But there's nothing I could do. Like I said, he's an adult, and he knows what he does.
Carmen, I'm going to say thank you very much for talking to me, giving an update. It was really nice seeing you, talking to you. I really hope that pretty soon these young folks, Carla and Migs, listen to you, your words of encouragement for them to get up and get better and get help, right? So I'm going to hope that everything turns out well for you. You stay safe out here. God bless you. And we'll talk very soon, okay?
Okay, thank you as well.